hello everyone, and welcome to the 181st episode of Tuesdays with Tobe. My name is Tobe Dickerson, and as I say each week, I'm thrilled to be back before you today again with another message. Today's message, it's going to be bittersweet, if you will. The bitter part is I'm going to talk about loss. The sweet part is I'm going to talk about a phenomenal life that was lived, a legacy that has been firmly established, and I'm going to give you all some words of encouragement, particularly those of you who knew my dear friend that I'm going to speak about today, some words of encouragement for all of us to take from her life and to carry on. So let's get into it. Now, in 2018, I was fortunate enough to be a part of a church called Impact Church Savannah. That's Savannah, Georgia. And at Impact Church Savannah, I was serving at that church as their worship director. Tell me, what does that mean? I played keyboards for them, and I was a part of the worship team, or led the worship team, if you will. And my pastor came to all of the people who were in leadership roles at the church, and he said, hey, he was like, I need you all to also have small groups. I thought that was a little bit of a stretch. By the way, if you watch the wedding series, that guy who married us, that was the pastor. And I was like, that's going to be a heavy lift. That's a lot going on. But of course, out of an obedient spirit, I understood why he wanted his key leaders to also start small groups and really start to get to build community within the church, because that's what a small group is. We take you out of the congregation, we put you in a group of like-minded people, if you will, and you all start to do life together. And so I didn't really know how to stand one of these up. I've been a Sunday school teacher before. I've been a part of church ministries, but a small group, or that whole concept, was very new to me back in 2018. And so the way he pitched it to us, and I'm telling a long story. This is actually supposed to be about my dear friend, but I want to give you the background, so let me hurry. He said, okay, find something you're interested in. Find something that you think other people would be interested in and drawn to, and you make that the topic or the activity or the thing for said group. Well, for me, back in 2018, I was 38 at the time. I was unmarried. I was not a mom yet. And I've wanted to be a wife and a mom for quite some time. And I was like, you know what? I said, I'm single. I was dating at the time. I was like, I'm single, I'm dating. And I was like, and I'm waiting. I'm waiting for someone to say, Tobe, will you marry me? And so literally I named the small group Single, Dating, and Waiting, because one, I was at the church long enough to know that there was a market for that. There were a lot of other single women as well, a lot of other women desiring marriage, and a lot of other women kind of waiting, but hey, what do we do in the way? And lo and behold, I started this group, and I had maybe 9 or 10 people show up. I think it was about 9 of us, and Single, Dating, and Waiting was launched. And here goes a relationship that I got a chance to establish with dear Tacha Rock, who we affectionately called Rock, because at the time she was a service member wrapping up her service in the United States Army as a captain, by the way. Rock had about the biggest smile that you ever want to see, and I'm going to post some pictures from her memorial service that I got a chance to attend this weekend. But we hit it off right away. And who I found Rock to be when I met her, she had 2 children. One was in high school at the time, one was in middle school, and she was raising her kids. She was wrapping up her military career and trying to figure out what was next. And what ended up being next for her was actually going into the classroom and becoming a PE teacher. She loved health and fitness and just being active. But Rock's bright smile, her kind, warm demeanor, she was so affectionate, full of life, full of energy, would just laugh and just want to be doing all the things. She was an adventurer as well. Rock was a triathlete. She did it all. Like, just talk about a larger than life personality, all within a very small stature. I'm about 5'3", and I'm sure Rock and I looked kind of eye to eye. And so just a amazing, kind, wonderful soul. And after we started walking together through Single, Dating, and Waiting, we also became members of another group called a Dream Group. And this is where we did life together with those same ladies who were in that small group. And we started talking about our dreams and our hopes for the future. And we started holding each other accountable for kind of reaching milestones on said dreams. And so just because small groups end in like a 10-week period, Tasha and I, or Rock and I, had more time together through our D group and remained friends all the way up to my move to the DMV And she was actually at our wedding last. You might be like, well, Tobe, you're talking about Rock like she's not here anymore. And she's not. Rock had 2 bouts with cancer. The first one, we were actually in D group together, and we remember her getting diagnosed. We remember praying her through it, and we remember that cancer going into remission. And then shortly thereafter, and I'm not sure what the time span was, the cancer came back. And when it came back, it was in a different form than it was the first time. It was more aggressive. And when I tell you, Rock never complained. She kept that smile on her face. She did all her treatments. She had such a positive outlook. She would post on Facebook many details about what this process was like for her. And I think that was helpful to so many other people to see someone walking through a similar illness, just to see how she was approaching it. We knew what to pray for as related to Rock because she put it out there with no shame and no fear. And after the wedding, and she made a post on social media, and it was just such a beautiful post. And she talked about how the cancer had come back and it had started spreading a little bit, so she was in a new chemo treatment. And she said, she's like, I want to be strong enough to be able to get to this wedding. And y'all, when I tell you, not only did Rock come to the wedding, I've got videos of us dancing together at the wedding, and pictures with her and the other members of the D group, and I'll post some of those as well. My dear friend, she fought up until the end, and she fought the good fight of faith. She leaves behind 2 beautiful children who are adults now, but they're young adults, right? And so I want you guys to pray for Lexi and pray for Isaiah, because they're without their mom now. But what Rock would want us to do in this moment, which is what Hope City Church, Impact Church turned into Hope City, is what Hope City Church did on Saturday. Rock would want us to remember all the wonderful times we had with her, and she would want to encourage us on these 4 things. And as I sat there at that memorial service, it spoke very loudly through all the people that they had speaking on Rock's behalf and sharing memories of her. These 4 things, these themes came up. They all start with F's. Y'all know I love alliterations. You're watching Tuesdays with Tobe right now. I love alliterations. But I want you to think about these 4 things when you think about my dear friend Rock, whether you know her or not. Rock was all about her faith. She leaned on Jesus. She leaned on the Word of God. She leaned on a phenomenal faith community while she battled her cancer. And so what she would want us to do is to elevate our faith in this moment in every area of our lives. Yours may not be sickness. It may not be that something's in your body attacking you. It could be relationships. It could be financial. It could be purpose and goal setting. But we want you to activate your faith. A Rock would tell you to activate your faith in this moment. She was all about family. I mentioned her children. I called them by name. It's Lexi and Isaiah. Rock also has living parents. She has siblings. And so she was all about family. And y'all, if there's any repair you need to do right now, if there's a phone call, if there is a visit, repair that with your family, because dear Rock would tell you all to just live out loud for and with your family, ride hard for them. She's about faith. She's about family. She was about fitness. Rock was an incredible athlete. Not only did she have this 20-year military career where, of course, she was in tip-top shape, she finished that career and became a marathon runner, became a triathlete, became a coach to others, to students in school, but also she was a part of a Black Girls Run group in Savannah, and she coached other people on their health and fitness journey. So she was all about fitness. And that last F, when I tell you that we're going to have fun, if you are around Tacha Rock, you are going to have fun. You're going to smile. You're going to laugh. You're going to be lighthearted. I don't ever remember a moment when I was in her presence where I did not feel immense joy or where her energy was not infectious. And so as I sit here and want to remember her tonight and want all of you to remember her, I want you to hang on to those 4 F's. I want you all to have a faith and to elevate it. I want you to know your family, to be involved with your family, to hopefully love your family, to repair things with your family. I certainly want all of us to be fit, and fit looks like something different for everyone. It does not mean you have to become a triathlete or join a running group. That's just what she did, but she would want you to be fit because being fit is going to give us a lot of advantages in life. And then lastly, we got to be having fun. Y'all, it's summertime. It's summertime, so why shouldn't we have fun? Go do something. It doesn't have to cost money, but have fun. Have fun. Guys, this was a phenomenal life. And while I was sad on Saturday, it was very hard to sit through certain parts of the memorial service. After I left there, it was like a shot in the arm. because speaker after speaker after speaker, it was a testimony to, wow, this is exactly who she was, because she was the same way in every single group, in every single setting you put her in. Can we value each other today? Can we take some time to take a deep breath before we give that response? Can we maybe hug a little bit more, and maybe hug and linger a little bit? And can we just be extremely purposeful in this life as we seek to have our faith, to love our family, to be fit, and to have fun? I really appreciate you all letting me talk about my dear friend, Captain Tacha Rock. May she always be remembered. May we carry her legacy with us forever. And you guys enjoy some photos from her memorial service. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you back here next week.